Okie doke. Let's see how it goes. Hey everyone, how's it going? To those of you that are just popping in, what's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear audio? Is the picture coming in okay? Can you see and hear everything all right before we get started? I just want to make sure we're all right, fix some things on the fly. If we need to, hit up that chat, hit that chat and let me know what's up. Let me know if you can hear me all right, if you can see me all right. Again, I just want to make sure we're all right before we get started here. How's it going, everyone? Again, hit up the chat. Let me know if you can hear me all right and see me okay. That's important. It's a bit laggy, but you're good. Okay, so you guys can hear me. All right. Let me know, how's the audio? Because that was an issue I was kind of having here earlier. Can you hear me okay? If not, I might need to tweak some stuff before we get started proper here. Just hit up the chat. Hey, everyone, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? First off, that's a big one. Doing fine. Audio's good. Audio's well. All right, cool. All righty. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Yeah, it's a little laggy. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but yeah, again, I'll keep working on it, I guess. But hi, everyone. How's it going? Like I said, this stream I don't know, this is why I didn't make this like a big deal. I didn't promote this very much. I didn't make it like a big thing necessarily. This is more just a casual kind of thing, just a relaxed, kind of chill, kind of sort of thing. I just wanted to test my new setup here. There's not really a good way to show you this, but I'm actually streaming via, I have a cam link now, a 4K cam link basically. So I'm actually streaming this through my DSLR. So I can, whoa, that's a little too close for comfort. But yeah, now I'm actually streaming this through a legit camera and not just my goofy little webcam. Maybe it's the focus that's causing that. But yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Let me just try, again, I'm just gonna tweak some stuff here, see if we can get this looking a little better. God, the picture quality is so much better. I just wish it could handle live stuff a little bit. I guess it's not bad. I shouldn't nitpick about it, but I just mostly, again, hey everyone, how's it going? I just wanted to pop in, and again, this is mostly to test some stuff. Again, why I didn't want to make it like a big premiere or a big deal or anything. We're just goofing around, we're just testing some stuff, but I figured as a nice way to kind of run this new setup through its paces here, we could go through my vinyl collection. I just started recording again. Oh, not yet. Just started collecting again, and it's actually a big part of my setup and my stage. You know, staging is everything, as you guys have likely seen. Apologies if I keep looking off to the left. I've got the chat over here on the left, so yeah, if I'm not looking you dead in the eyes, it's because I'm checking stuff over here. But yeah, but sorry, just going through the chat here. But yeah, I figured, hey, we got a minute. We got some time. We'll just have a nice little chill, a nice little poke through of my collection as it stands so far, and just that'd just be a nice, casual, cool kind of way to just put this thing through its legs and see how she holds up. So camera and audio are fine. Cool. All right, that's good to hear. And the image quality, my God, it's so much better. It's so much better than it used to be. I already like that. So, okay, cool. So, I figured we'd go through my vinyl collection, but here's the thing. This might not be a terribly long stream, because my vinyl collection, as it stands right now, that's it. that is literally it. That's it. But I figured we could have a little fun, spend a little time just going through what I have, and this is obviously going to grow more and more as we keep progressing along here. I'm going to actually detach from the tripod here, so... Oh, wait, actually, no, I'm not, because I don't have the space to do that. Okay. But, yeah, we're going to go through here. I figured I'd also show you, like, my record player, too. It's nothing super duper fancy. Ooh, now that I have a zoom, let's put that to you. Let's put that to the test, eh? It is a... Like, yeah, if you want to see there, I have a... Oh, come on. Hi, Waluigi. Hey. He's over there chilling. I have... the picture's in reverse. It is an Audio-Technica... Let me see the number. It is an AT LP60X. Again, nothing fancy. Nothing really, like, hardcore or anything. It gets the job done. It plays records just fine. Works for 45s and LPs. Thank you for the super pledge, Mika Keki, by the way. Mika Keki, apologies if I'm butchering that pronunciation there. But yeah, it gets the job done. It gets it done all right. And well, thank you for the super pledge, Jeffrey Atkins. And as you can see, I've of course already decked mine out with stickers and decals and everything else. I actually bought this from Luna Music over in Broad Ripple here in Indy. And Luna's a fantastic, really wonderful little record store that's been taking orders since the pandemic. They've had to close their storefront, but they do take, call-in orders and mail-in orders and stuff. Yeah, very wonderful little shop. Their shop is actually near the Red Key Tavern, where Kurt Vonnegut used to drink and write his most famous stuff. So yeah, that's where I bought the turntable. And of course, I got like a nice little slip mat in there. They threw in a sticker with everything else. And of course, one sticker comes, a whole bunch of other stickers too. The bear sticker, yeah, that's actually for Kuma's Corner. That's a little burger joint. They're actually a Chicago-based burger joints, but they have a location here in Indy. Their whole shtick is that they're heavy metal. They're a heavy metal burger joints. So they play music and they have a bunch of metal-based merch, and metal is all over the walls. It's a nice little place. They have a nice little black bean burger they're one of the few burger places I can still really reliably eat at here in town. So I like that. Of course, Ash and Elm, another great local indie cider. Sinking Ship, of course, that was my favorite little watering hole until COVID shut them down, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Ship. I really, really miss the Ship. That was a wonderful little wrestling and hockey bar. Wonderful little place, but yeah, rest in peace. And of course, up at the top, you should recognize those stickers. Yeah. Say, Buds supporting Buds. You'll love to see it. Best regards to Luke and John. Spectrum Pulse really needs to start selling stickers so I can, make the collection complete there. But yeah, that's the player. Again, nothing outrageous, nothing too crazy, but it gets the job done. It's a good little record player. It sounds just nice. I also have a few. Well, you guys are going to get a little bit of stream here. I also have just some pretty basic little speakers on both sides of my TV here. Yeah, again, nothing crazy, nothing flashy, but again, it definitely gets the job done. I can say I certainly do like it. Oh, hey, Mark, how's it going? There he is. I was wondering if Mark was going to enter the chat. How's it going, man? Yeah, as soon as you get a sticker, I will totally put you like right next to all the others. But yeah, what do you say? I finally bump into frame here. I will try to do this as best I can. Okay. So I'm just gonna have to sit on the floor while we do this, aren't I? Okay. This will be fun. But yeah, here it is. This is all I got so far, but say the collection will grow. And actually, I need to be a little bit transparent with you here. I actually did go out and buy like 6 records today. So this is padded. 6 of these records in here are brand spanking new. I just picked them up today Actually, we can start off the collection with a little announcement. Those of you that are on my Patreon have likely already seen that we had a producer's poll here recently, and we decided that the next long-form video on the channel is going to be an I Love This Song. And not only is it going to be an I Love This Song, it is going to be, finally, on the Queen. I actually had to go out and pick up this on vinyl. I've never owned it on vinyl, actually, but I had to go out and pick this up today because this is obviously going on the display back there. About to say, we're going to be covering Poker Face. So I went out and just bought the Fame. I wanted to find the Fame Monster, but I actually looked that one up online first, and Fame Monster is a little bit trickier to track down, a little bit more expensive to track down. So we'll just have to settle for this. So, but yeah, about to say, there's the Fame. To say, lovely little back cover there. To say, of course, we will definitely talk more about this when we finally get around to that I Love This Song here. But it's a double LP, lovely little fold-out booklet, of course. Say, our wonderful by Queen in all her glory, the edge of glory, if you will, even though that's not on this one. But yeah, say this was one I actually just picked up today, though. There are a few more. Again, I picked them up for the display. That's probably going to go in that video, so we will actually put that off to the side because I need to remember to decorate that once we get around to it. But yeah, let's just again, forgive me if I kind of pop off here. I'm checking the chat as we do this, but yeah, let's just keep on rolling, and I will go ahead and just show you everything I have here. My records are alphabetical, and then alphabetical by artist, and then I usually organize them according to release date. So we'll just start here at the A's with, as it stands now, my one and only EP. Good old AFI, good old All Hallows. This is a wonderful little LP. Very short and snacky, but this has 4 of maybe their best songs on here. You know, I just realized something. With the way my camera is set up, everything is kind of in reverse, isn't it? Yeah, this is like backward, or it's like mirrored. It's the wrong angle. Everything's going to look backwards. Shit. I did not take that into account. I'm sorry. But yeah, about to say, this one, wonderful little EP, Fall Children, cover of the Misfits Halloween. Boy Who Destroyed the World is on this for all you Tony Hawk fans out there. And Total Immortal, let's say, lovely arts. The old early AFIs had such beautiful art and display on them, just absolutely wonderful. And I will take this one out and show you, because this is actually a bit of a color disc, and of course, bright, beautiful orange on there. Just a gorgeous little 45. I love this LP, or 45, I should say. Hey, Luke, how's it going, man? Thanks for the super pledge, dude. Yeah, everyone feel free to like this video. Definitely. Again, it helps. Again, liking, commenting, doing all that always helps. I don't know, this is more of a casual, just kind of relaxed thing. I don't know, I'm not doing this for like views or anything major. You know, we're just doing that. We're just doing this one for fun. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. Cannot recommend this one enough. Although I've heard AFI can be a little bit hard to find, at least in certain places. This one I actually snapped up really lucky. I found this for less than $12 at a local little Karma Records nearby. But yeah, no, I love that. Love that EP. It was a nice little find. I was really lucky to get my hands on that one. So let's keep moving on. And this was another one I actually picked up today. And I might get some funny looks from this one. I honestly might. But I don't know, who here has respect for the 80s? Like, especially if you're a Go-Go's fan, especially if you love yourself some one-hit wonder stuff. Yeah. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven on Earth. I got this. The thing is, This one was cheap. I literally picked this up for, I think, $3, maybe $4. Yeah. But yeah, that's to say, if you remember this one, let's say there's mostly little album art. No, nothing crazy special, but yeah. Let's say Heaven is a Place on Earth. I mean, come on, y'all. I've heard some people throw shade at that song, but no, not in this house, man. Because you know what? In this house, love comes first. You know heaven is a place on earth. Oh, yeah, no, I love this goofy little thing. This is also going in the display, so yeah, I definitely want to keep that one free and ready to go. Hang on while I check the chat here. Yeah, y'all know. So yeah, Belinda Carlisle, she was in the Go-Go's. I forget, she wasn't the lead singer. I forget. I don't know my Go-Go's terribly well, but yeah, no, she was great. And yeah, no, she was great. I love that. I love this one. Crash Be Like cringe. Not really. Like, some people will say it's cringe. Those people are wrong, is all I'm saying. Those people are wrong. I love that song. Heaven is, in fact, a place on earth. And speaking of, I don't know why you said speaking of, but yeah, another one that'll be familiar to a lot of you guys. Yeah, good old Choir Boy. Say this record, I cannot even stress enough, people. This was number 6 on my best records of the year list, and man, people, it deserved it. This Gathering Swans, absolutely fantastic. Little dreamy, bit of dream pop, sort of gothic, sort of black, sort of just wonderful record. Cannot recommend this enough, and I can't recommend it on vinyl enough either. Just an absolutely gorgeous record. I cannot. If you can find this on wax, definitely pick it up on wax for sure. It just sounds fantastic digitally, but man, I don't know what it is, but some records just sound 500% better when you actually get a chance to put them on a turntable, and this is totally one of those records. Let's say Choir Boy is a band I've just been sort of getting into here lately. I dug up some of their previous work, also very solid. Yeah, I cannot say enough nice things about this record in particular. Actually, that is not in the display this time, so thanks for the super chat. Ken the Parched Man, gotta send an S chat for Choir Boy. Yeah, dude, thank you very much. But yeah, definitely. People, if I didn't gush this record up enough as it was, yeah, Choir Boy, Gathering Swans, good shit. Good, excellent shit. Cannot say enough nice things about this record. Let me just, again, sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat here. I've got it off with the side. Should get some outer I should get some outer sleeves. I will. I do plan on that eventually. I know you should like plastic wrap your records to help protect them a little bit better. I'm gonna do that eventually, but like I said, I just started collecting just late last year. Basically, when I built the new set, I figured, oh well, I'm gonna have to start collecting again. As like, again, for me, this is also like a business. This is also like a business expense. I get to write at least most of these off, every year when it comes around. So yeah, that's so my collection isn't very big. I don't even have all the tools necessary, but hey, that's to say, when you just get started, you pick up this stuff as you go along. You eventually kind of get the swing of it, But again, another record I can't say enough nice things about, The Clash, self-titled. Man. Oh no, shit. Lost the picture. Okay, hang on. Oh, damn it. Okay. I should have known that was going to happen. Okay, let me know. Okay. Are we all right? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh no, does everything... See, dang it, I knew that was going to happen too. I completely forgot. Okay, we're going to have to make some adjustments here. Okay, we're back. Okay, woo. All right, that was a nice little heart attack there, wasn't it? Okay. So I'm going to have to bring the camera a little bit closer to me. All right, cool. Looks like we're all right. Just gonna have to check in on it every once in a while. Here. And oh yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling this would be a little awkward, but I'm gonna tweak some stuff here. Again, apologies. I'm just gonna bring it down a little. I actually have this connected to a tripod right now. So that is kind of what we're working with here. Okay, that's a little bit better. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay, now we got more to work with here. This is a much better angle. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. All right, but yeah, Clash self-titled. Again, one of the best debut fucking punk records out there, man. Fucking Career Opportunities, fucking Remote Control, Janie Jones, Bored with the USA. Oh my god, yes, just so much good stuff on this record. Not my favorite Clash record, but again, I would say this is definitely up there in my favorite Clash records. God help me, I'm kind of a London Calling basic bitch. I love London Calling. I love combat rock. I'm just so basic. But this is also up there. This might be like my second favorite Clash record. Again, one of those records I just honestly cannot say enough good things about. But yeah, Clash, absolutely wonderful. Ooh, here's a good one. Here is one that I don't know if y'all will immediately recognize this. This is actually Creedence. This is Creedence Clearwater Revival, and this is Bayou Country. This is their second record, I believe. And the thing is, this record actually holds a lot of right there, you can actually see Bayou Country right there on the back cover there. This is actually a very personal record to me. Actually, this was not one I bought. This was actually a Christmas present I got this year. My dad actually got this for Christmas because my parents found out I started collecting vinyl again, and they actually went out and picked this up because this is an important record between me and my dad. This was a record he had on CD way back in the 90s, and it was one of his favorite Creedence records. But it was one of the first records I ever discovered. It was one of the first records I would steal from him. I stole records from my brother and from my dad all the time, and this was one of the records I would steal from his collection all the time. And when I was super duper little, I loved this record so much, particularly the opening track, Born on the Bayou, that in first grade, I believe, I actually performed Born on the Bayou in a talent show. I literally just sang along to the music, and I just performed this in a talent show in first grade. But the thing is, I was in first grade, but I sang like John Fogerty did, or at least I was trying to as a first grader. Doing the "Oh, when I was just a little boy," really getting into it. But I was a little dumb first grader, so I can't imagine people who remember that day have told me it was the cutest and scariest thing at the same damn time from that whole little thing. But no video of that performance exists, unfortunately. But yeah, that was I don't know, that was just a little, I don't know, this is a big record between me and my dad. So as a little present from him, he actually picked this up just as a cool little thing. Again, I appreciated that. I appreciate that he even remembered that, because that was a long ass time ago. Yeah, dude, Creedence. I love me some Creedence. And that album in particular, I have a lot of really fond memories of. So, oh yeah, just cannot get, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry, just checking in on the chat again. Let's keep going. I actually still have this one censored, thank God, so we don't have to worry about the stream getting demonetized, but yeah, Death Grips. You gotta have Death Grips. Every collection needs the money. I don't think you're allowed to have a music collection unless you at least have the money store, that's just mandatory. And I still have the censor from when I had this on the rack. That's a problem with a lot of Death Grips albums, you know. If I ever get No Love Deep Web on vinyl, I'm gonna have to get real creative for how I deal with that. But yeah, I know Death Grips used to be a band I had so much trouble getting into. I just did not get it. I just did not really understand what it was. Well, it's not even like I didn't understand it. It just didn't click. It just did not click at all. And eventually, when I sat down with Money Store, and especially when I bought it on vinyl, this album, you wouldn't think Death Grips would translate very well to vinyl, but man, people, I'm telling you, this really sounds good. This sounds great on wax. I have to say, yeah, once you get noited on wax, you will stay noited. You know, it is good stuff. Absolutely great stuff. You know, I don't know, this record, and especially once I finally had the chance to actually spin it on vinyl, it just kind of clicked for me. It just kind of made more sense. You know, this is probably one of my favorite just vinyls, just that I love to, or vinyl, I shouldn't say vinyls. I know, just bad habits. I'll break them eventually. But yeah, this is one of my favorite vinyl to just play. This is just one of my favorite. I'll just put this on any old time. And just, you know, that's about to say, you know, I love this record. You know, Hustle Bones, fucking Get Got, of course. Oh, Bitch Please. Y'all know I've done shit with Bitch Please previously. But yeah, love this record. I am slowly but surely getting Death Grips. I'm starting to get it. And you know what? It's a fun ride. And this is a great record to have on wax. I see this a lot out in the wild. They love repressing this one in particular, which I totally get. So yeah, if you find this anywhere, this is totally worth whatever they're, you know, selling it for. Let's say, good record. Good one all around. Let's see, I do really love me some Money Store, I have to admit. And the Anthony Fantano jokes instantly pour in. Yeah. Oh, another great one. Another great one y'all have already had a chance to see. Yep. Ms. Lipa. Good old Dua Lipa here. Oh, again, fantastic goddamn record. I have to say, this, again, fourth record of the year. This was number 4 on my best of 2020. And yeah, people, it's great. It is a great, wonderful little piece of just disco, dance, pop, just joy and sunshine and sassiness and just, yeah, that's to say, lovely. Not much going on with this record, you know, it's got the little picture of her on the inside there. And, you know, the back cover, just, you know, track listing. I don't even think that this is a cover. I don't even think I have like a color vinyl. No, I just have, just a basic black vinyl, but you know what? This is one worth owning. Again, it's a fantastic, joyous bop of a record. This was one of the few records in 2020 that was really fun. Just absolutely an absolute fun blast to go through. So yeah, again, again, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of really cool stuff from Dua Lipa in the future. Maybe. Who knows? It might happen, it might not, but yeah, no. I'm really glad I was able to pick that one up on wax while I had the opportunity. But yeah. Again, apologies to checking the chat here. Oh yeah. Well, let's keep going with the record that again, another mandatory record for any collection. Everyone's got to have Rumors. Just in one shape, manner, or fashion, no record collection is complete without a copy of Rumors here. I actually had Rumors in my last vinyl collection a long time ago. I had Rumors then, I have Rumors now. Every time I collect, God forbid, if I ever have to get rid of this collection and have to start over again from scratch, I'm gonna get Rumors again. People, it is really that good. Rumors is just one of those records you have to have on vinyl. And this is kind of a special edition. This is actually a clear vinyl. Yeah, this is actually clear see-through vinyl. It didn't actually advertise itself like that when I bought it. It just literally just said it was just Rumors. It didn't say it was any special colored edition or anything. I just took it out. I just took it out of the packaging and like, oh, this is clear. This is see-through. But yep, clear vinyl edition of Rumors here. And again, people, it's Rumors. Rumors sounds great no matter what you play it on because it's fucking Rumors. But yeah, it sounds extra great on wax. This is another one of those records you pick up that will make you appreciate vinyl. It'll make you notice the differences in vinyl sound and its just general warmth. And, this is one of those records you put a record player or a new pair of speakers or whatever to the test with. I feel like Rumors is one of those records you just absolutely have to have, both for practical and for just good-ass music purposes, because Rumors bombs. Rumors absolutely bombs. Wonderful record. What to say? Let me adjust some stuff here. Sorry. Need to tilt my angle a little bit. There we go. Check the chat, see if we're doing okay. A lot of Fleetwood Mac appreciation in the chat. I can't talk right now. I shouldn't be live streaming. But yeah, a lot of Fleetwood Mac appreciation in the chat right now. Y'all know what's up. Not to say. I appreciate you. Y'all know what's up. I like that. Alrighty. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting to some good stuff. Idols. Idols. I really like Idols. Have I ever mentioned that I really like Idols? Because I really like Idols. Brutalism here. Their debut LP. They had a lot of EPs and a lot of like other smaller singles and stuff, but this was like their sort of debut. And yeah, people, this is just a banger ass record. Super strong debut. Has really only gotten better with time, I feel. This is one of their records that's aged particularly well. Like, check that out. It's got the inside covers, a lot of notes, and the inside cover here, I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. But there's a great deal about this record that is actually about Joe Talbot's mother. That's actually her on the cover there. And the inside cover is actually a letter he wrote to his deceased mother at the time, who served as a big inspiration for a lot of this record. And yeah, people, this is just an all-around good. People, Idols is a fantastic band. They are slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite bands of the modern time, of the most recent bands that are out there doing stuff right now. Idols has just grown on me in no small fashion. I think every single one of their records that they've released has made an album of the year list of mine. I'm pretty sure Brutalism made a list, or at least had it as an honorable mention. If I didn't, shame on me, because this record is fantastic. But yeah, Idols, cannot say. Actually, since we are on Idols, as you can see, I have, well, when I was making my sets, well, it's back there, but when I was making my sets, I bought a bunch of these little IKEA squares to serve as like a little presentation thing. But I bought one extra. I just accidentally bought one more than I thought I was going to need. So I decided to actually set it up as like a little now playing sort of little thing. So any records I'm playing, I will actually display right in there. I actually have, the last record I was playing actually was Joy as an Act of Resistance. So I have it literally right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and take out Joy. Yeah, because I got Joy. I got Joy as an Act of Resistance. You better believe, this was my album of the year a couple of years back. Yeah, you better believe I got Joy as an Act of Resistance. Even with its ugly as sin little back cover there. Let me just to focus a little. Yeah. Yeah, with that back cover. Oof, yeah, but yeah, Joy as an Act of Resistance. Love this record. I still get a lot of spins with this particular record. I love it. And again, inside, really minimalist, really just kind of stripped back, nothing special about it, but you don't really need anything special when it comes to Idols, man. They put the special stuff on the music itself. And man, yes, Joy is an Act of Resistance. Cannot say enough good stuff about it. I guess I can show you this too. Y'all probably saw this in the kind of, doesn't really want to focus, does it? Come on, there we go. Yeah, y'all probably saw this in the Van Halen video, but yeah, I just bought it as a little prop to use for the video. But yeah, good old 5150 on cassette. Like I'm telling you, people, like the Van Hagar era of Van Halen gets a lot of flack, but you know, it does some of it deserves, I admit, but 5150 is just a solid as hell release. Love 5150. Again, another one of those records I can't say enough good things about. I get why Van Hagar does kind of get the slack that it gets, but you know, let's see. I am not about to be one of those haters, you know. There is a lot of good Van Hagar, and 5150 is a hard record to deny. So, okay, let me get back into this weird little position here. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, I think that works. Alrighty. But believe me, we'll be seeing more Van Halen. As you probably know, we'll be seeing more Van Halen before we're done here. Let me just do a thing here. Okay. And let's keep rolling on with Billy Idol. Good old Rebel Yell here. Again, I'm not like a gigantic Billy Idol super fan or anything, but this was one I picked up. I think I picked this up for I found it in Irvington, Vinyl and Books, another great little record store here in the city. I think I picked this up for like $5. It was just sitting there on like one of their discount shelves, and I was like, "Ooh, Rebel Yell! Ooh, yeah, this is the one with Rebel Yell, obviously. Flesh for Fantasy, no White Wedding, unfortunately, that's not on this one. But yeah, Eyes Without a Face is also on this one, though. Lots of good stuff on this record. But yeah, as I say, I do like some Billy Idol. I appreciate Billy Idol for sure. Nice little thing here. Nice little understated sort of picture of Billy for the sleeve there. Again, I always love a good inner sleeve. I like albums that actually put something into the sleeve like this. This is a great little example of that. You know, records, nothing against just putting the record in a plain white paper thing or whatever. But, you know, as I say, this is all good. Yeah, I really like this. Not my favorite Billy Idol record, but a nice find for $5. This record is definitely worth $5. There is enough great stuff on this album to make it more than worth the $5 I paid for it. So yeah, good stuff all around. And oh yeah, another big one. Yeah, y'all have likely seen this one before, but Ruston Kelly. Yep, Shape and Destroy. Wonderful ass record. Number 3 on my albums of the year, and people like. Again, I know we got some people that ain't into country on this channel. I get it, because like I said, I used to be Mr. Anti-Country too, but Ruston Kelly is one of the dudes who helped me figure out that country had a lot more going on than just Toby Keith and fucking who are the shitty country guys? Jason Aldean and Sam Hunt. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's good stuff in country. You might have to dig a little bit harder to find it in places, but yeah, there's great stuff in country. Ruston Kelly is definitely one of them. And this record, again, sounds beautiful on wax. Oh yeah, and the little pull-out thing is actually, there's actually a little hole in here, so it actually is, yeah, pretty as hell little sleeve too, shiny, like really, really reflective and pretty golden backing here. And this, I actually made sure to save this little part. Apparently, because this, I think this is like a special edition of this record, because it actually came with just a little photograph of Ruston. Like, this isn't in the standard edition. There's just a little photograph, like, nice photograph. Him just sitting in front of some candles, his beanie on, just, being real contemplative and probably sad about something, as Ruston is very, very good at doing. And this is one of those special, I made sure to save this. This is one of the special editions because it actually came with a little sticker on the front. I don't know if that's coming into focus. Let me see if I can fix that. focus a little better. Come on. Oh, you almost had it. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's a special numbered edition. I have number 3, what does it say? 326 out of 500, apparently, is what I have of this. So, I don't know. I haven't run into too many of these out there in the wild. I know they're kind of a thing. But yeah, out of an initial pressing of 500, this is apparently good enough to put a number on. So, yeah, 326. Again, it said on the plastic wrap that it was kind of a special edition kind of thing. Hence the photograph and the other stuff in there. So, and what's a shame is, too, I found this on a discount. This was actually in the discount. Well, it wasn't in the discount bin, but they had it marked down, I think, from like 30. I think it was, they were trying to sell it for like 29, and they had to marked it down to like 21. So, oof, that's to say, again, not a record that deserves to be marked down, but yeah, again, I'm glad I was able to find it at a good price because, yeah, oof, great record. Great. It sounds fantastic on wax, too. So you want to pick this. And there's a chance, again, I was able to find this kind of on the cheap. Maybe it's not selling too hot. I don't know. But, yeah, especially if you can find this on the cheap or not, I would recommend absolutely picking this. Any Ruston Kelly you see in the wild. The dude is fantastic. Dude is absolutely wonderful. I cannot recommend Ruston Kelly enough. You see a Ruston Kelly section in your local record store, you go through that and you pick up whatever you can getting away with that day, you know. Good stuff all around. Oh, another album I rescued from the discount bin. Just, yeah, a lot of disputes. Panorama here. This was sitting in a discount bin for like, I think I paid 17, maybe $18 for this. Again, fantastic find. A fantastic find for the price. And again, it's another just beautiful, just gorgeous record. I'm a big mark for a lot of dispute anyway, but this record and the artwork is also really, really good. Like, check that out. The inner, like, folding sleeve here. The back and everything. Oh, it's a beautiful ass record. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, everything about this record is pretty, by the way, too. Just check out this record sleeve, too. Yeah, check out that with a nice little fading color scheme and all the lyrics sheets on the folder here. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And this is actually even a specialized picture disc. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but this is... Yeah, it probably looks like it's clear, but it's actually like rose tinted. It's a very faint, very almost hard to notice. Again, it's hard to pick up on camera, but it's a very tinted, very light pink. It's basically a pink translucent, but it's just barely noticeable. I'm not even sure the camera is picking that up particularly well, but yeah. The record is also very pink. It's a very pleasant, very wonderful little hue. Oh, just a pretty record, both audibly and visually. Just, it's a shame this thing was sitting in a clearance bin because it did not deserve to be there. Fantastic record. Just, again, that's another reason you would want to hit up your local record stores, and especially your smaller hole-in-the-wall places, because, you know, you'd be surprised what does and doesn't sell. Like some stuff, I don't know, some stuff you'd figure, oh, why would anybody buy that? Moves like hotcakes, and some of the stuff that should be selling just kind of doesn't. And you can pick up some really nice finds if you know what you're looking for, or you just get lucky sometimes. Sometimes you just get dead lucky, and that was me getting very lucky with that Loud Dispute record. Oh, this is a fun one. This was our mystery record. I don't know how many of you were there for the Instagram stream we did on this record, but this is a record. When I picked it up, I'll try to adjust the focus here. I'm not sure how well we'll get away with this, but this was another little find. I found Irvington Books and Vinyl. You are reading that price correct. It was selling for $0. Yep, some of y'all already know this. Yep. This was, and the only thing on the cover is MMG written in pen. MMG on one side, and on the other, it says MMG, fuck the club. That's all we know about this. I went on Instagram to just play this, just for shits and giggles, to just see what it was. There was a weird kind of mystery behind it, and we found out. Oh, I'm way out of focus. Let me fix that. Oh, no, focus. Focus. There you go. We, through some research, again, with the help of Mark, if you're still in the chat, buddy. Again, thanks again. Oh, and well, Mark helped us out a lot, and a lot of people who were sitting in on that helped us discover that this is, we think this is like a recording, like a special pressing of, it's from a rap group called Mastermind Grinders. Apparently they were a local they were a local group here out of Indy. It sounds like it's from like the early 2000s, like 2003 to maybe like 2006-ish, give or take. I forget all of the immediate details about this record, but yeah, just a local group that apparently went nowhere. They released their stuff on CD, but we didn't find any actual vinyl pressings in listings and whatnot. So this must be like maybe a studio master, or like something. Maybe it was like a demo or something they would release to radio stations or something. But yeah, this was just, again, a weird little anomaly. We found it in a clearance bin, and we just had fun on Instagram trying to figure out who made it and where it came from. Finding the story behind this record was a lot of fun. And, you know, that was a blast. That was cool. I've been poking around trying to see if I can find anything else like this. If I ever do, we'll do it again, because that was fun. Just trying to unearth what the hell this thing was and the story behind it. That was a fun little evening. So again, that's something we'll do sometime. But again, that's another reason to, you know, start collecting, because oh my god, it is super, super. Oh, I'm seeing some stuff in the chat. Yeah. F in the chat for Sophie. Rest in peace, Sophie. That was a thing that happened today. I unfortunately don't have much I can personally say about that. I wasn't huge into Sophie. I had heard of her, and I dipped into her music like here and there. I liked what I heard, but I never found the time to really explore her music in a great big notable way. So yeah, I don't know much about Sophie, but yeah, she did pass today, unfortunately. Terrible accident too, from what it sounds like. She was apparently in Greece, and she just accidentally she suffered an injury trying to climb up a rock face, or I don't know the entire story, but she injured herself trying to climb up something, and just died from her injuries. It's an absolute shame. She was only 34 too, so rest in peace, Sophie. I'll just say you were definitely, you know, even though I'm not all that knowledgeable about her work, I know from the people that know better than me, they've told me about her. She was important. She was a trailblazer in hyperpop scene. Again, hyperpop is something I'm just now getting into. I'm still kind of a babu, still kind of a new baby when it comes to hyperpop. But Sophie was important in helping blaze those trails. So yes, rest in peace, Sophie. About to say, absolute shame to lose her. So yeah. But yeah, F in the chat for Sophie. Yeah, about to say we appreciate that. And yeah, let's get back to it here. Let me adjust some stuff here. I just caught that in the chat and figured I'd throw in my 2 cents. Again, I didn't know Sophie that well, but I mean, rest in peace. Rest in peace. But okay. Let's keep moving on here to people. Yeah. I have gone on in my best 2-hit wonders video. Yeah, I talked a lot of gospel about Curtis Mayfield here. Yeah, Curtis. Look at my man. Look at my man Curtis there. Look at him just chilling there. Yeah, this is his first record, just called Curtis. Amazing goddamn record. Amazing, wonderful record. Such an important record to like 70s R&B and soul music, man. And a wonderful little inlet here. The inside is also really it's basically just him and his kids. Just him and his kids. No like real liner notes. Nothing really about the record, or, you know, and no promotionals. So just, you know what? Just him with his kids. Just being a sweet dad. Just, you'll love to see it, you know? And it's a fantastic just album too. Loads of great fucking stuff on here. Give It Up, If There's a Hell Below, We're All Gonna Go, Miss Black America, people just, and this is also a colored vinyl too. Just, this is a beautiful shade of red. Check that out. That is just a gorgeous. The translucent, it is a little translucent. It's a little hard to pick up on camera here, but yeah, just a gorgeous shade of red, this one. I love putting this on, not only for the music, but because it just looks pretty on a turntable too. That just absolutely rules. God, I love Curtis Mayfield, people. I want to get this, the Superfly soundtrack, which I have seen out in the wild. I just haven't had the money to pick it up yet. If I spend too much money on vinyl, people, I will go broke. So, you know, it's one of those, I have found it. I have totally found it here in Indy around and about, but I just haven't had the chance to pick it up yet. And I want to pick up his album that he released between this and the Superfly soundtrack, Curtis Live. I actually had that record on vinyl in my original collection. I actually found that up in a garage sale, of all places, for like $2. It was in terrible shape. It was dinged and scratched, and the thing barely played, but that was actually the record that got me into Curtis Mayfield. It's called Curtis Live, and it's just a live record. It's a double LP, actually, and it's just him performing some songs off of this album and some original stuff that I don't think ever made it to an actual release. But one of my favorite songs of his, I Plan to Stay a Believer, is off of that record. A lot of good stuff. Just Curtis's first like 4 or 5 records were really pretty good stuff. But yeah, his first 3 in particular. This is a great one. I need to find Curtis Live, and I need to eventually pick up Superfly. But yeah, people, I mean, y'all shouldn't have to hear it from me that you need to stand Curtis Mayfield. But yeah, Curtis Mayfield has great stuff. Let me just hang on a sec. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat here. Sorry, I'm just going through. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, here's another one. Here's another big important one to me. Actually, those of you that saw the Rock Coliseum earlier this week, yeah, you probably saw this. Yeah, I already whipped this one out. Yeah, Black Album. Black, another very important record to me personally. Again, like, this was one of the first records I ever remembered. Like my very first memory of being alive is on this album. Me and my brother watching the video for Enter Sandman on my parents' couch, just literally that is my first memory of being a human. When I was like, that had to be 91, right? So I was probably like 6, maybe 5 years old. Yeah, that was one of my first memories watching that video. And yeah, people, this album in general, my brother had this on CD. And again, it was another one of those records I would swipe from him all the time. And just, yeah. Not Metallica's best record. Even I'll cop to that. Let's say the record has issues, but the thing is, it's one of my personal faves, and I don't know. You talk to any Metallica fan, you'll get every Metallica fan has their own opinions, and Metallica fans just. I say this as a Metallica fan. We are some of the bitchiest people in music. The Metallica fans just love to bitch. That is basically all we do. My channel started from bitching about Metallica, you know? So yeah, we love us to bitch us about Metallica. But yeah, this is great. I love the Black Album. Absolutely can't say enough nice things about it. Pick this up at another good deal. I think I picked this up for like $20-ish. It's a double LP too, so that's, you know, not bad, not too shabby. For the Black Album, you know, I've seen it go for more. So yeah, this is it. Can't really say too much else about that. It's fantastic. Yeah. Bitch-talica, yep. Yep. I can't argue. I can't argue with that. As a bitchy Metallica fan myself, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, okay. This was another one. I picked this one up today. This was another one I picked up while I was hunting for Lady Gaga, and I haven't even had the chance to listen to it yet. And, because I just bought it today, probably when I get done with you guys, probably the first thing I'm going to do is probably just put this on and chill to it. I'm going to listen to this record for the rest of the night. But I picked this up today, haven't even had a chance to spin it yet. Oh, but y'all, I don't know if you can see it if the light is doing weird stuff to it. But yeah, if you can see that, yep. Yeah, people, Modest Mouse, people, good news for people who love bad news. Yep, there's the anchor balloon. Yeah, the light's kind of treating this one a little wonky, but I'm sure you can see it. Yeah, people, I love this record. I've done an entire I love this song on Float On, but just the record as a whole is just, people, it's fan-fucking-tastic. My favorite Modest Mouse record, I don't know if I could, honestly say it's the best. I know a lot of people would argue pretty hard on that, but it's my favorite. I love this record, and it's a neat little record too. Again, it actually has two nice sleeves behind it. It's got two nice little two little sleeves here, and the front and the back. The lyrics sheet is on the back of this one, and this one actually has the rest of this picture in particular. That's kind of a nice, that's a nice little thing. Again, it's little stuff like this I really appreciate when it comes to vinyls. You can do such interesting stuff like this. Again, I love this. Just people, I cannot wait to spin this. Again, like I said, I just picked this up today. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but I cannot. Probably the very first thing I'm going to do when I get done with y'all is just put this on and just fucking chill for the rest of the day. And I cannot wait. Good news for people who love bad news. Just, I'll finish that up and just say, because just an record all around. Yeah, absolutely love it. Again, I'm sorry, I'm just checking the chat, checking to see if I missed anything, if everything's okay. Alrighty, cool. Let's move on. Ooh, again, back on the OG records I used to steal from my brother, one of the records that got me into music. The light's kind of hitting it weird. Okay, yeah, you can see that, right? Yeah. It's Nevermind. One of the very few records I would say is absolutely perfect from back to front. Again, I guess you could say weird stuff about it. I know a lot of people who are into Nirvana, this isn't even their favorite Nirvana record, but man, again, this was one of the first records this was one of the first records I ever heard. This was one of my brother's records that I would steal from him on CD all the time. And yeah, it's just absolutely flawless. Anytime I try to listen to Nevermind, just poke out one or two songs, I always sit through the whole thing because it's just, I know a lot of that is nostalgia too. Again, this is an important record for me just from a nostalgia point of view, but it is also just a record that's that good, people. Oh, thank you for the super chats, Devin Sterling. What are the worst bands you've seen? Oh, what are the worst bands you've seen live? Honestly, my very first concert was actually pretty bad. My very first concert was after my family converted to evangelical Christianity. So we actually saw Ray Boltz and Sandy Patty in concert with special guest Carman. That was my if any of you people who know Christian music, especially cheesy 90s Christian music, you probably may have a little, oh, really? Oh, Ray Boltz? Oh, really? Yeah, that was my first concert with my mom. I went with my mom and I think my youth group or Sunday school class. It was a church thing. You know, it was a church thing. That was our first concert. I fell asleep 20 minutes into the damn thing. Yeah, yeah, a music lover's first concert. You know, one of those defining moments for a music fan. Mine was some shitty mom gospel bullshit that I couldn't even stay awake from. I fell asleep 20 minutes in. I woke up on the last 2 or 3 songs and I barely even remember it. Ugh, what a shame, right? But back on the topic of good music, another, bam, right next to each other. Another important record. This was one of the first records I ever bought with my own money. This was the second record I ever bought. The first one was actually Aerosmith's Get a Grip, and the one I bought after this was Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood Sugar Sex Magic. But this was the second. This was the second album I ever bought with my own money. Not this copy, obviously, but I bought it on cassette back in the day, and one of my first purchases ever, really. I remember, but yeah, Pearl Jam, absolutely 10. I have already spoken. Oh, thank you for the super chats, John Bull. My first concert was Rush in 2008. Yeah, good one, man. You got me beat for sure. Dude. But yeah, again, I've already I did, and I love this song. I did a How to Get Into on this band last year. I talked in depth about how good Pearl Jam is, and yeah, people, it sounds just as good on vinyl. I'm just gonna tell you, yep, Pearl Jam, the cool little stuff on the back here. I originally had this on cassette, so all of this little information here was actually part of the cassette fold out. Like, none of this white text was actually on the cassette. The cassette, if I'm remembering correctly, was just all of this in like a little fold out. You'd fold it out and it'd be this, and then it'd be this, and like all of this little black stuff, piece by piece. Oh yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. This is another one of those records. If I ever find it on cassette, I'm obviously gonna pick that up just because, memories. But yeah, I finally went out, found it on vinyl one day, and yeah, this is again another must-have record. Fantastic little record, man. Cannot say enough good things about it. I will eventually have Versus 2. I'll probably have a lot more Pearl Jam by the time all is said and done, but yeah. Oh, speaking of, my one and only picture disc, Purple Rain. Again, this is one of the only records I own that I actually kind of cheated. I didn't cheat necessarily. There's nothing wrong with this inherently. Buy records wherever you can find them. But I actually found this in a Best Buy, of all places. I don't usually shop. Well, again, I live in Indianapolis. I live in a big city, so there are a lot of smaller independent record stores. There's actually a lot of really good, really small vinyl record stores here in the city that really need the support right now, especially through COVID. So I've been trying to get my records from any smaller local place I can, but I was just in Best Buy one day for buying other stuff, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I don't have Purple Rain yet. I should have Purple Rain. I need to have Purple Rain. So I bought my first picture disc. This is my first and to date only picture disc, and you know what? I don't really like picture discs that much. I found out I don't because, well, that's the thing, because you can't really display anything. Like I say, I use the covers to display, I have my whole little box set up over there. And as I discovered, these do not display very well. They honestly don't. When you're playing them in the vinyl player, you just have this big, ugly, bulky, floppy ass envelope. And I mean, they're kind of neat. I like that, you have the whole picture on here, but it's also hard to because of the way the picture is set up, particularly on this record, especially while it's in motion, it's hard to tell where the individual divots are for the track selectors. So say you don't want to play it from start to finish, say you just want to go to Beautiful Ones or something, it is almost impossible while it's in motion to actually pick up the needle and set it down to where it just starts on Beautiful Ones. You are doing a lot of coasting around. I just don't think I like picture discs for that reason, and for a lot of reasons, I just don't think I'm really into them. I don't think it's my thing. I mean, it's neat. It's a nice little thing here. Again, I bought this on sale. It was marked down from like, I think I got this for like $19, $20 maybe, let's say. Yeah, not a bad price. Especially for Purple Rain. I've seen it go for way more than that, but yeah, I'll eventually pick this up on a proper vinyl. I'll probably, because again, this is another one of my faves. This is one of my boos. This is one of my all-time big boo records. I love this one. I'll probably pick up some special edition version of this, whatever I find out in the wild. But yeah, for now, this is how I have Purple Rain on vinyl. It's an okay little picture. It gets the job done. I just don't really care for picture discs that much. I discovered, I don't know, you gotta buy at least one so that you know whether it's your thing or not. And I just don't think it's my thing. But yeah, it's a good record. Still a good record. Still sounds fantastic. Yeah, can't complain about it other than those little gripes. But you know, no biggie, no biggie. Moving on. Ooh, this was another one. This was another one I picked up today. Queen. Again, gotta love Queen. I love this record in particular. Sheer Heart Attack. Again, this is the one with Killer Queen, with Stone Cold Crazy. I love Stone Cold Crazy. I love this record in particular because this is, like, I love Opulent Queen. I love Big, We Are the Champions, Bohemian Rhapsody. I love that Queen. But people often forget that Queen wasn't always super big and epic. Well, they were a lot of the time. But I love Sheer Heart Attack because it's more kind of the raw, gritty, kind of dirty, ugly side of that Queen could bring out from time to time. I mean, again, Stone Cold Crazy. That's the kind of Queen I'm talking about here. That's why I love this record. This was kind of as raw and as crazy as Queen. Kind of, you know, this was kind of as down. This is one of probably the dirtiest record, I think, Queen. Well, dirty as in like an audio kind of sort of thing. Oh, hey, Emily, how's it going? Oh, again, apologies. I can't see the chat particularly well, but I'm trying to do my best to keep up with it. But hey, how's it going? But yeah, again, this is another one I bought for the display. I'm basically going to be putting a lot of gay, a lot of LGBT icon records, or or just stuff. When we get to I love this song, Poker Face. This is another one that's going in the display, so I figured, you know what, yeah, let's say Freddie Mercury. He's an icon. He's like the original chaotic bisexual, So yeah, of course we got to put Freddie Mercury in there. Hell yeah. So yeah, I picked that up for a pretty good deal. So yeah, that's to say. And oh yeah, here we go. Again, another one that might be familiar to some of y'all. David Lee Roth. His first solo, not even a record, it's an EP. Crazy from the Heat. I see this all over the place. I see this record just all over the shop. Just his first little EP. I don't know if this keeps getting repressed or if I think what I have is an original. I didn't see any new copyright dates. Yeah, 1985. Let me double check the sleeve here because this looks like an original. Oh yeah, check out that photo of Dave too. That is the cold, mysterious side of David Lee Roth. That is not a side we got to see much of. So let me check the original vinyl, because I think this is an original pressing. This might be a repress. Oh, it says 1985. Yeah. But no, that's the thing. Even then, even if it is an original press, I got it for $6. Like, yeah, $6. I see this all over the place. And again, I don't know, maybe that's just because of Indiana or Indianapolis or something. Again, David Lee Roth is a Hoosier, so I don't know. We got Indiana love. But I don't know. I saw this when I was out vinyl hunting again earlier today. Pretty much anytime I go vinyl hunting, I'll see this. I'll see at least one or two copies of this floating around somewhere. And it's always super cheap, and I needed something to put in the display for the Van Halen video, and I couldn't find a good copy, or I mean not a good copy, but a vinyl copy of 5150 Diver Down. Basically, I could find zero Van Hagar on vinyl, and I couldn't find all 6 OG Van Halens. I just could not find Diver Down in time, sadly. So this served as a nice little replacement, for that particular video. And it was cheap. It's fine. I'm not a big fan of David Lee Roth's solo work. I mean, he's okay. He's got some decent songs. I love his version of Just a Gigolo. You know, that's a good one. It's got a campy, fun little video to it too. But yeah, you know, it's okay. It's a nice little record to have. I got no qualms with it. His version of California Girls is also good. I don't. That's basically all this is. All this is just a bunch of covers of like Beach Boys and other, you know, goofy fun. It's basically what you'd expect a David Lee Roth covers EP to be, you know. So it's all right. It's a fun little thing to have, you know. I certainly love this thing here. So yeah, Connor, I live in Bloomington and there are copies of this everywhere. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an Indiana thing. Maybe it just, this record just gets around. But yeah, yeah, tons of David Lee Roth. Yeah, Crazy from the Heat records. Just all over Indiana, it seems. I don't know what the deal is. But that having been said, Run DMC, Raising Hell. I mean, yep. Run DMC, man. Not to say this is one of the classic Run DMC albums. Maybe one of my favorites. I really love this record. This is the one with Dumb Girl. This is the one with what are some of the other big ones? I just love Dumb Girl. It's such a fun, stupid little song. I love Dumb Girl. You Be Illin' is also on this record. Oh yeah, It's Tricky. I was about to say, any SSX fans, or I believe that was on Tony Hawk too, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, It's Tricky is on this record. Let's say My Adidas. Oh, Walk This Way. This is the one with Walk This Way. Yeah, again, this is like one of the classic Run DMC records. Yeah, and it's got Dumb Girl. I don't know what it is. I love that dumb girl. Oh, I love that. I love that shit. I had to get it. As soon as I saw this in, I think this was another one I picked up from Irvington Vinyl and Books. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I was like, yep, mine. Gotta have it. Gotta have my Dumb Girl. I love my Dumb Girl. I love my Dumb Girl. I love my Tricky. So I had to get it. Oh, yeah. Absolute classic. Okay. Now we're getting into the more crazy stuff. As it stands, this right here is one of the only special editions, crazy collector's item. This is probably the most expensive thing I have in my collection right now. But this is an important one for me in particular. This is the special 40th anniversary collector's edition of Permanent Waves. One of, if not my favorite Rush records. Yeah, this is a bit of a big deal. I paid a decent amount for this. This isn't the super duper deluxe edition, which I did find out in the wild. I actually did find that version, but that version is selling. They wanted $160 for that version. It's too rich for my blood. Even for my favorite Rush record, man, that's too rich for my blood. But instead, I spent still too much on this slightly scaled back version. This actually has a bit. This is actually two records. It has the classic Permanent Waves. It's got just the standard Permanent Waves vinyl, let's say, in all its glory and everything. Basic white sleeve edition, no special colors or anything, but it's got a nice little lyric sheet in there too, let's say. Lovely, nice little thing here. Lyric sheet, yeah, pretty cut and dry, pretty standard, pretty as it goes. You'd expect from, you know, Rush, and it sounds great on vinyl. Again, it's Permanent Waves, so it sounds fantastic. It also comes with not only that, but a double vinyl record of the Permanent Waves World Tour 1980. I don't know if you can see that. That is the Permanent Waves Tour 1980, a special double disc with a lot of cool stuff on here. I don't know if you can see that.
It's probably not coming through. I'll just read it off. It's got it's got Beneath, Between, Behind, live versions from the Permanent Waves tour, from Beneath, Between, Behind, By Tour and the Snow Dog, a really good version of Xanadu on this one. And again, Spirit of Radio, Natural Science, A Passage to Bangkok, and The Trees. Most of these are live in Manchester. Some of these are live in London, but it's taken from, I think, the European tour. And side 5 in particular is really convenient on this because side 5 actually contains both books of Cygnus X1. It has the live version of Cygnus X1 and Cygnus X1 Book 2. Again, like I said in How to Get Into Rush, usually those songs are on 2 different records. X1 is on Return to Kings, and X1 Book 2 is actually, sorry, I have to do a thing, that's actually off of Hemispheres. So usually you have to buy 2 separate vinyl, or two separate albums to get both of those songs. This record has live cuts of both, which I appreciate that. I'll eventually buy them, in their separate, correct respectives, but that's a nice thing to have. It's also got a Closer to the Heart, Jacob's Ladder, and Free Will. Really nice little live album, actually. That's to say, really nice. Again, a nice double little cover thing. Lovely little picture here. On the inside flap here. Lovely little bit. Again, it added to the price of this one, but it's a nice record. It's a lovely little live record. I don't think you can buy this on its own. At least not brand new or anything. But so yeah, definitely a nice little addition to this package. And it also comes with one more important thing. I will go ahead and show you this real quick. If it wants to pull out, it comes with a nice little 40th anniversary art book. Lovely little art. This also serves as the lyric. Well, I guess the original record has a lyric sheet, but it also has like really nice, really lovely illustrated. This is going to be kind of hard to show y'all, but really nice, really lovely illustrated pieces of art here. Actually, I believe this was released the year Neil. This was actually released the year Neil died, I believe. And they actually, one of these has a nice little tribute to him in here. I want to open that up and show it to you where it is. Yeah, the last page has a nice little, I believe this came out, in 2020. It might be hard to see here, but yeah, that actually says, "Rest in peace, Neil Peart." Yeah, lovely little bit. And there's the last little liner notes. Again, wonderful art in this thing. Absolutely gorgeous stuff for each individual song. There's Natural Science. There's different strings with one of their some photographs here. Lovely little spacey background. It's just very gorgeous stuff that us nerdy collectors would care about, which I am. When it comes to Rush, I am definitely one of those guys. So yeah, again, I'm not the type of collector who loves to spend a ton of bank on an individual record. I'm the kind of guy, I like to listen to my records, so I don't want to buy something and then just put it on a shelf and just have it be one of those things it's too valuable to ever do anything with. So I don't like to spend a ton when I'm out there buying stuff. But yeah, this was obviously my favorite Rush record, so I wanted to go ahead and spend the money on this because this is a record that I feel, in my opinion, deserves it. I still didn't buy the super crazy deluxe edition, but I got as far as my means can take me in that respect. So yeah, absolutely wonderful record. Cannot recommend it enough. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. And we've got more Rush. We've got more copy of Signals here. We got Signals. I actually bought this record. This was the first record I actually bought from Irvington Vinyl. Back when it was under different management, I was just poking around. This was before I even had a record player. I was just walking around Irvington, just checking out stuff. I had just moved to a nearby area. I was living over there. I was living closer to Irvington at that time, and I was just poking around, seeing what was in the neighborhood, and I walked into the shop just to poke around, poke my head in, and see what they were all about. And I saw this again on sale for like $5, and I was like, yeah, Signals. I'll pick up Signals for $5. It's not in great shape. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, it looks like it's seen a lot of wear and tear. It's really crinkled in places. It looks like there's like water damage and maybe some, it's not like in collector's quality, but it sounds great. The vinyl itself is still in playable condition. It doesn't really skip or have any other big issues on it. It's in decent enough practical shape, even if it's not exactly the prettiest copy of Signals out there. But yeah, again, it's another one of those records that for $5, yeah, that's worth picking up. You see Signals for $5, you pick up Signals because it's worth that $5. It really is. That's to say, that is another big one. And again, speaking of big ones, yeah, I was Grace Under Pressure. I was so happy when I found this. Again, this was another one I rescued from. This was another rescue from the clearance bin. I just saw this rotting away in a clearance bin. Again, in Karma Records, I think they had this and the next record I'm about to show you. Again, I get why it might be that way. This is, again, from Rush's 80s synth period. A lot of people aren't into the 80s synth Rush. I kind of get that, but Grace Under Pressure is like, it's a gem, people. It is a gem. You see this lying around anywhere, you give it a good home because it's one of the best electronic records Rush ever put out. And again, another one of those albums I just cannot say enough good things about. Although, one thing I actually really don't like about this one, and the next one has this too, it does have, it has a little miniature lyric sheet. It's like half the size of the record. It's got that going on, but it also has these, when I looked into it, are actually repressings. This one in particular is a repressing from like 2015, but it has just the worst sleeve. It has this sort of plasticky, this really crinkly, really staticky, kind of cheapo plasticky kind of casing. Like, it's really flimsy. It's really kind of sticky and clingy, and it like crumples really easily. And it commits one of the hardest cardinal sins. And I hate, because I'm going to have to try to put this back in now. It is just, see, it is a pain in the ass to try. Okay, there we go. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it'll stuff itself up when it's so crinkly and loose, it doesn't hold shape. It'll crinkle up and like kind of wad up when you try to stuff it back into the sleeve. That actually didn't go too half bad, actually, but just super cheap little inlay sleeve. That was obviously something they kind of cheaped out on to get these reissued. I don't know. Again, these aren't necessarily everyone's favorite Rush records, so I guess I kind of get why they would want to cheap out a little bit here, but it's okay. It's all right, but that's some ASR sleeve material there. Oh man, I'm glad you guys think so, but yeah, I don't care for the sleeve that came with this and the next record I'm going to show you, but other than that, like I say, sounds great on wax. Wonderful little hidden gem. I won't even say hidden gem. If you know your 80s synth Rush, you know this is one to pick up. But yeah, no. Love Grace Under Pressure. Glad I was able to find it for a pretty good deal. Likewise, gonna hold your fire here. Again, another one of those Rush records, even amongst people that can appreciate 80s synth Rush. This one is another one that doesn't really get a lot of love. Again, I get why this record has some problems. I've already spoken at length about those and how to get into Rush, but yeah, again, another record I'm happy I was able to find. Again, picked it out of a clearance issue or a clearance bin, or just found it in there. I think they were selling this one for like $15. That's a good deal for this, especially brand spanking new. I don't want to take it out of its case because this is another one of those with the cheap, crappy sleeves. If this one, this one, unfortunately, they cheaped out even harder with this because this one doesn't even have like a full lyric sheet. This just has literally just a little inlet from the CD. I think this would come with like the CD edition. See, it's literally just a little thing. I think this is like a download code. That is also kind of nice. They give you like a digital. This is one of those records where they give you a digital edition. I will probably do another stream or so. Next time we have a giveaway stream, I will gather, because a lot of these records actually do have these little download cards. Next time we do a giveaway stream, I will flash these up and I will let you guys have the download versions of the vinyl I pick up. I do have a few of those laying around. I know the Idols has one, and some of my other big records have download codes too. But I will, next time we do a giveaway stream, this one has a download code too. But that's it. I don't even think this came with this didn't even come with a lyrics sheet or anything, any real notes or anything. Yep, it's just the record and the case and the download code. That's it. I get, again, it's not Rush's most popular record, so I get why they probably did that, but I'm just happy to have it on wax, frankly. If I can find a better edition of that record, I'll probably pick it up eventually, but I'm just happy to have it on wax. Like I say, I'm that collector who likes to listen to his records, and yeah, that's a record that sounds good. Sounds fantastic. Love that one on vinyl. Speaking of loving it on vinyl, Sleater-Kinney, people. Oh, yeah, Sleater-Kinney. I'm here for some Sleater-Kinney, y'all. Y'all. I love this record. All hands on one of my favorite Sleater-Kinney records. I don't know. Kind of depends on what mood I'm in. I love this. I love The Woods. I love Call the Doctor. I might call that my favorite Sleater-Kinney record. But I don't know, this is one of my favorite Sleater-Kinney albums as well. All Hands on the Bad One. Just another fantastic little stomper of a record. Again, nice little cover, a nice little lyric sheet here. Nothing too crazy, just again, pictures of the gals, in various situations. Very nice. Again, not a flashy, not particularly flashy or a lot to the content of this one. But again, what's on the wax is what's important with this one, people. This is a jam of a record, an absolute solid fucking groove of a record. Love All Hands on the Bad One. About to say, I will be adding more Sleater-Kinney as I find it. I don't know. It's just I've been having trouble finding newer Sleater-Kinney. I've seen a lot of copies of their latest record. Seen a couple of those in clearance bins too, unfortunately. Kind of a shame, but I kind of get it. That record, even though I really liked that record initially, I don't know, hindsight hasn't been as kind to that record. I still enjoy it, but the center won't hold. I don't know, especially given how that record kind of slammed out. I don't know, the inner turmoil, the tensions that kind of ended up fracturing the band. It's a tricky one to talk about these days. It kind of is, but I still, it's kind of a shame. But that's the only other Sleater-Kinney I've really been reliably able to find on vinyl so far. Well, I lie. I found an indie CD vinyl. I saw, I believe it was the Hot Rock I was able to see, but I wasn't able to pick that up when I found it. But I don't know. You will definitely see more Sleater-Kinney out of me as we keep rolling along. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Devin Sterling. My friend tried getting me into Sleater-Kinney, but I couldn't get into them because of Corin Tucker's voice. That happens, dude. I understand. I understand wholeheartedly. Corin Tucker and Carrie Brownstein actually do have unique approaches to vocals. I understand where that comes from. I'm planning on doing a How to Get Into Slater-Kinney someday. That might be a thing that happens. And yeah, that's going to be one of my major talking points, that the vocals on those records, I get it. It can be tricky. It can be difficult for some people. But if you can see past their unique singing style, cannot recommend them enough. Just fantastic 90s and 2000s even alternative. Just a great fucking rocking ass band. Cannot say enough nice things about them. Speaking of wonderful indie bands I can't say enough good things about, I'm sad I did not have a copy of this for my best of 2020 records, or best of 2020 video. I could not get my hands on it. Actually, this one I kind of had to. Again, I'm one of those guys, if I like to hunt around and look locally, I want to try to support a smaller local, I want to support a small business if I can when I'm buying records. So anything I want to try to see if I can find it locally first. But this one, I could not find it anywhere. I could not find anybody that was carrying this. So I finally caved. I actually ordered this on Amazon. I know I'm bad. Go ahead and judge me, but I wanted to get a copy of it before before they stopped making them and before it started to get really, really rare. So, I just wanted a copy of this just so I could have it. It's one of my albums of the year. One of my actual goals in collecting now, I have a few loose goals for collecting. One of my goals is to collect every album that I've ever given an album of the year to. And I'm kind of all right. Like I said, I have Idols, I have Joy Is an Act, I have this record. I recently just ordered the new Moron Police on vinyl. They had, with their whole story with their Kickstarter, and getting that shipped and into shape, that was actually a big, cool deal there. I wasn't able to contribute to their Kickstarter, unfortunately, but I was able to order a copy through their website, so that's actually on its way to me right now. I don't have that one yet. I probably should have waited until that showed up, but I don't know when it's going to show up. I just ordered it this week, so who knows? But yeah, Brave Faces, everyone, of course. Yeah, of course I had to have this on, goals or no goals. This is one I just had to have on vinyl. And it is a nice little vinyl, too. I will actually take this one out. Again, nice lyric sheet. Just the band, the lyrics, pretty nice, pretty cut and dry. I believe this one also has a download card in it too, so we will do that when the time comes around. But I wanted to show you, this is a special edition because, check that out. Check that out with the white and the kind of orange spackle there. That's a very pretty release, isn't that? That is very pretty. I really like what they did with this vinyl, man. That's a cool. That's a cool one. I like records that are kind of like this. I haven't found too many of them yet, but yeah, that's a good one. That's a very, very nice one. I really, really like this one. I'm glad I was able to pick this one up while I had the chance to. But yeah, Brave Faces, people. Again, if you saw my best of 2020 list, you know I got stuff to say about this record. If anything I've said too much about this record, man, just go pick this one up and listen to it, people. I'll get in there. Come on. It's the stupid download card. Yeah. Stupid download card is keeping it from getting in. Come on. Get in there. And boop. And yeah, this does have a download card. So again, next time we have a giveaway stream, I will give away a free digital copy of this to y'all. So yes, be on the lookout for that. And again, this is a good record to have. So I will keep you posted. Oh, yeah, we're almost through here. We're getting almost through it. Oh, okay. This next one. This was another one I picked up. Let me go ahead and do a thing here. Sorry. This was another thing I picked up for the display for the Lady Gaga video.
that will be coming out eventually. Let me. Sorry, I got some stuff here. Okay, I will. Okay. So, let me just. Sorry, I'm checking on some things. Lady Gaga video. To those of you who don't know, our next long form video for those Patreon peeps, we had a producers poll here recently, and our next long form video is going to be I love this song on Lady Gaga's Poker Face. That was the very first record I actually showed off tonight. So that's going to be the next record. And I picked up a bunch of records for the display that we're going to use for that video. This was another one I picked up. Again, not necessarily like a gay icon necessarily, but I looked her up and she's done a lot of Pride events. And I don't know, I just love her particular song here. This is another big one-hit wonder. Another one that I picked up for dirt cheap, but Two of Hearts. I love Two of Hearts. Oh, thanks for the super chats. John Doe. Just hopping by to support you, Crash. Also, holy shit, the network is back. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, dude. And yeah, the network. Their last album was pretty good. I'm say pretty good. I was happy we at least got something good out of Green Day in 2020. But Two of Hearts. I don't know. Does anyone even remember this song? Two hearts that beat as one. Oh yeah, this is another one of those cheesy 80s one-hit wonders. Honestly, I mostly picked this up because I got it for like nothing. I got this for like $3. $3 for this. But you know what? I like this dumb little song. I got this dumb little song. I love this dumb little song so much. As soon as I found it, I was like, yeah, that's worth having. For $3, I'll pay $3 to have Two of Hearts in all its 80s glory. I mean, look at this cover too. That is some gorgeous 80s glory there. Just absolutely lovely. Just wonderful, wonderful. Again, I just bought this today. I haven't even listened to it, but again, this is another display record we'll probably use. I have a couple records I can use for this display, so yeah, absolutely. Absolutely love that dumb little song. I love Two of Hearts. Another big one. Let me put this one back. Okay. Another big one. Love this record. Love it, love it, love it to death. Marquee Moon. Ooh, who here knows Television, man? Television. If y'all know Television, like one of the forebears of post-punk and post-rock, like one of the original CBGB's trailblazer bands, like, man, and this record in particular, just, Marquee Moon is so good, like, it is just absolute ear candy, this record. Television wasn't a band that did too much necessarily as a band. Their follow-up to this record, I don't really like it that much. They had another record in the 90s that kind of also didn't really do anything. But this record, man, their debut, Marquee Moon, again, I really recommend you dig this one up. At least dig it up on Spotify and give it a spin because, man, this just kind of, I don't know, this was one of the records that helped bend punk into bold and new and interesting directions. You know, this is I've heard some people argue this is one of the first post-punk records. I don't know if I'd say that, but you know, it is definitely an important to the post-punk scene and how punk would kind of evolve. It was one of those records that kind of showed that punk could be more than just Ramones and Sex Pistols and stuff. This was just an interesting band all around. Just an interesting record too. I love this record to tears, man. Yeah. Oh, Emily, yeah, you totally do. This is,
Oh, them and Joy Division, Emily? Ooh, yeah, you've got some homework, young lady. You have got some homework. And I'm sorry for calling you young lady. Where did that come from? Yeah, Emily, yeah, definitely. All of y'all should definitely give Marquee Moon a spin. It is absolutely wonderful. I adore this record. Absolutely don't have it. Again, I've been saying this a lot lately, but I don't have enough I can't say enough nice things about this. I really can't. Oh. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's keep going here. Oh yeah, another one. This was one of the first records I actually picked up when I started collecting. Yeah, Tool. Little opiate here. Yeah, I'll just say Tool. Oh, okay. I see now. But yeah, opiates. I actually just picked this up for super cheap. I think I got this for like $10. Here's the thing. It's Tool. It's opiate. It's again. This was kind of what basically got Tool up and running. You know, this little EP was basically the talk of the town in the early '90s. Man, if you knew into that particular scene, yeah, this record was important. I will say one thing though. Kind of sounds assy on vinyl. Like real talk, this one actually doesn't sound. This one actually doesn't kind of sound too hot. I don't know if I'm being real. It didn't sound all that. It didn't sound all that great on CD. It didn't even sound all that great digitally. Again, just because it's an EP that was made with like really meager means. You know, it really has some the production on this is not fantastic at the best of times, and transferring that kind of digital production onto a vinyl record kind of compounds its problems in a sense. This isn't actually a record I'd recommend you pick up on vinyl unless you can find it cheap, which is what I did. Like I said, I found this for like $10. It's not bad. I don't regret paying $10 for this. I mean, it's opiate. It's still a pretty damn good slam, all things said and done. But I'm just saying, it sounds wonky on vinyl. I won't lie. It is one of those records that you can clearly tell was not made for vinyl in any capacity, and it sounds weird. I don't know. It might just be. It could be a factor of the repressing too. This is obviously a repress. I believe. When was this repressed? No, I'm not. Probably the mid 2010s or something like that. Yeah, it's another repressing. It's a reissue, and it just sounds a little wonky. But it's still all right. It's opiate. It sure is opiate. You know, problems and all. But hey, you know, like I say, I found it for an okay price, so I don't regret it, even if it's not. Even if it's not. I need to find Lateralis or Anima or one of the great Tool records on vinyl, which I have seen them out there, but they are also super duper expensive. Usually not crazy expensive. But if you want to walk out of a record store with a Tool record, you should expect to spend anywhere from $35 to $40. I mean, on a Tool record, because yeah, man, they usually don't sell for cheap. At least in my experience, Tool records often don't. But I get it. It is what it is. Okay. Here we go, people. Yeah. Some of y'all have already seen this in some of my other videos that I've done. I have already displayed this, but yeah, y'all, Low End Theory. Ooh, just a Tribe Called Quest in general, man. Yeah, man. Oh, about to say, you on point tip all the time, Fife. Hell yeah, this is a fan-fucking-tastic record. Again, this was one of the first records I picked up when I started collecting again. Another find from Irvington Vinyl and Books. Again, they have a really good little hip hop section. I guess that's one of the things I like about Irvington Vinyl and Books. They really have a lot of great hip hop. They have a lot of great soul records, and they have a great indie rock selection. Very good indie rock. That's where I found that Slater Kinney. That's where I found this Low End Theory. Lots of good stuff at that store. And yeah, I'm about to say Low End Theory. One of my favorite hip hop albums, honestly. I just love A Tribe Called Quest in general. Just fantastic 90s old school hip hop. Fuck yeah, people. Just cannot. I need to say something else besides cannot say enough good things about it. But I honestly can't. This is a fucking great record. I would recommend all of you pick this up. Again, this is one of those records that can help get you into the genre if it isn't necessarily your thing. This is an album I'd recommend to people who don't even listen to a lot of hip hop because it's just, ooh, it's smooth, it's soulful, it's so fucking groovy too. Yeah, people. That said, you better believe I'm down with the tribe. Oh. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm actually, Emily, I've heard of Newberry. I have some friends who live in the Massachusetts area. They've told me about Newberry. Yeah, that's to say, if I'm ever on that particular, if I ever find myself in the East Coast, yeah, I will definitely. I plan on swinging through one of the Newberry shops. But I've had people tell me about that place. Yeah, but that's to say, I feel like I might like that place too. So. For sure, yeah. That's to say, very cool. I'm sorry, I'm just checking the chat here. I've been really bad about checking it. Make sure everything is. Chris, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Oh, lovely, lovely. The Limp Bizkit cover was. Oh, I didn't even know there was a Limp Bizkit. Oh, I didn't need to know that existed. There's a Limp Bizkit Tribe Called Quest cover. Oh, I'm gonna fix my camera real quick. Oh man. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Now we're into something. We're almost through here. We're on like the last handful of stuff. Say, you know what? We'll kind of bang through these last ones really quickly because y'all have seen these. Van Halen. Yeah, y'all saw Van Halen. Van Halen was like one of the first ones we did. Yeah, when we first did the new setup, yeah, we did that with how to get into Van Halen. And yep, say Van Halen 1, again, this is another one of those records I feel like every record collection needs. This is another great record to test your record collection, to see how it's test your new speakers. It just sounds fucking amazing on vinyl. I had this on my first vinyl collection too. I had to pick it up for my new vinyl collection. Yep, always Van Halen 1. Always pick up Van Halen. Always pick up Van Halen 1. Always pick up Rumors. Probably some other ones I could probably rattle off if I thought about it. But yeah, Van Halen 1, Rumors. That is how you make sure you got a good record player, man. Just a fucking amazing record on vinyl. Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2. To say, y'all have totally seen this one as well. To say, oh, I forgot to show you the slip. Well, I'll go ahead and kind of show. Well, that's the thing. None of these Van Halens are special editions or anything. They're all just basic editions. But yeah, but I forgot to show you the sleeve. But yeah, they good sleeves in this one too. Let's say the classic Van Halen 2 with the classic yellow. Let me back up so the focus is a little better. Yeah, the classic yellow striped guitar. That guitar that is on this record is actually buried with Dimebag Darrell. This actual guitar, when Dimebag Darrell sadly died during that Damage Plan concert, let's say at his funeral, Eddie Van Halen showed up and he actually put that. Well, he had an aide. He brought that original guitar to his funeral and actually laid it in his casket with him. And yeah, that guitar is actually buried with Darrell over in Texas somewhere, I believe. Yeah, because I'd say Darrell, when he met Van Halen, when he met Eddie, he basically told him, yeah, dude, that's my favorite record, and that guitar that you're holding in Van Halen 2 is one of my favorites I've ever seen. I love that guitar. So when Darrell told him that, eventually when Darrell passed, yeah, Eddie buried that guitar with Dimebag Darrell. That is one of those cool classic rock stories, man. That's super cool. Yeah, that's to say. Let's say we're basically blamming through the Van Halen I've got here. Say Women and Children first. I'd say, yeah. Again, yeah, I've talked this one up I have totally talked this one up to all hell and back, but people, this is one that deserves it. This was actually one I special ordered through Luna Records. I really, when I was making my setup, I had to skimp out on Diver Down, but I had to make sure I had Women and Children first, because people, this is another fantastic. This is another one I would recommend you probably pick up just to test your record player too, because again, this is a record that will really put your speakers through its paces. You know, just another slamming, fun as hell, one of the heaviest records Van Halen ever wrote. Again, another record I cannot. Another fantastic record. I will quit saying that dumb phrase over and over again. Yeah. Followed by Fair Warning. I'd say, again, talked a lot about this record in How to Get Into Van Halen. Again, not necessarily my favorite Van Halen album either, but it is good. It's also a record you can usually find fairly cheap most of the time. I actually had this. This is another Van Halen record I had across both my collections too. Just because I found, like, I just found a pressing of it for like $5. I wish I found this one for $5, but A Fair Warning is one of those Van Halen records. It doesn't people kind of tend to write this one off, which I kind of get. It's not my favorite Van Halen record either, but it's still a damn good one. Still a very solid outing. This one has some pictures on it too. So yep, we got the just a nice little lineup of the band there. Nice little picture, and say a nice little logo with lyrics to. Yeah, I believe that is Fair Warning. Actually, that's the. Yeah, that is no, that's Mean Street. I believe those lyrics are from Mean Street, but yeah, that's the same. Just very nice all around. Say, oh no, oh, get in there. Oh, damn it. I think this one has a down. Does this one have a download card in it that's... no, it's just being grumpy. Come on, get in there. There we go. Got it. Oh. All right, and finally, my last Van Halen record for now at least. 1984. I mean, again, just another one of those, especially if you're a fan of Van Halen, just one of those must-have records. That is just, I don't know, man, it's 1984. Again, I already talked this up in a longer video. Nope. Okay, that's weird. The back is like this, but you actually have to flip it to get it. I don't know if the original record is like that, or if this is actually like a printing defect or something. But yeah, like if I turn it around normally, it's upside down. So it's like, yeah, that might be a little weird thing. I forget if the original was like this too or not. But yeah, again, it's 1984, people. It's what's to say, hard to deny. Say the little weird. I don't know what that is on the inside sleeve there. I think those are like bullet casings or something. I don't know. That's a weird little thing. And say the back, a nice little square little portrait of the band there. Again, I love records that have a nice like little paper sleeve like this. I always appreciate that. So hell yeah, good stuff. Good stuff all around. Alrighty. We are close to the end here. But we do have one of the better ones for last, or at least one of my personal faves. Well, again, my record collection, I have mine set up alphabetically, but one of my faves does happen to close off at the end of the alphabet here. Suzanne Vega, people. Again, on my two-hit wonder list, I'm telling you, Suzanne Vega, good stuff. Solitude Standing is a damn good record too. It's like lots of good stuff on this album. You know, if you're into that particular like singer-songwriter 90s acoustic, you know, kind of it's a mellow vibe. It is a very mellow vibe. It's not going to be for absolutely everyone, but like, yeah, man, Suzanne Vega, I absolutely love this record. Lots of great songs on this one. And it's also got a nice paper sleeve too. Again, I always appreciate that. Nice little collage of her and the band that she recorded with. Very, very nice stuff. Very nice record. Again, another steal. I think I picked this up again from Irvington Vinyl and Books for literally for $10. $10. Even the clerk, when I went up to the counter, she was like, "Oh, I'm glad you picked that up. I'm glad somebody knows about this record." And I was like, yeah, Suzanne Vega, she's great, isn't she? Hell yeah. Yeah, she was like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm glad somebody got that." Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, again, you find this one out in the wild. You find this one or you find Suzanne Vega's debut record. That's to say, you want to pick up those two because her first two records are just banger, banger, banger. And yes, this is the one with Tom's Diner on it. Not the remix, not the version most people know. The original, just raw acapella version is on this one. But yeah, no, great record. Great, fantastic, wonderful little record. That I love this song on Tom's Diner will happen eventually, I promise. But again, I want to work out some more logistics behind that song when we get to it. But how to get into Tom's Diner is a video that will happen eventually, for sure. Okay, these last two, weirdly enough, these were just albums I picked up for the display for the next video. They just so happen again to fall on the end of the alphabet. They're V and W specifically. So we're not ending with my biggest draws, and these are records I literally just picked up today. But I actually let me see here. Sorry, I'm just checking up the chat here. Okay. Yeah, but these last two records, I literally just found these today. But as soon as I saw them, I was like, well, okay. If I'm gonna do a video, if I'm gonna do a super duper LGBT, if I'm gonna do a super duper gay video, I mean, people, it's Macho Man. It is motherfucking Village People. It is motherfucking Macho Man. Come on. I absolutely gotta front row center this, man. It's just the single. It's just Macho Man, and on the B side is I Am What I Am. But yeah, OG Village People pressing too. That is like super duper. Again, I got this. They were selling this for like $3. For $3, I found this one. But I mean, come on. As soon as I saw it, like, yeah, you better believe I'm picking up Macho Man. Yeah, I'm going to do Macho Man. You think I'm not going to walk out of this record store without Macho Man? Because I'm going to get Macho Man. Don't think I ain't going to walk out with Macho Man. Hell yeah. For $3 too? I mean, it's not in fantastic shape. It's a little grungy. It's a little old. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know if it's in fantastic shape. But I know I got this. This is another one I picked up from Karma. And, I know they test everything. This was in the used section too. They test everything before they put everything out there. So I don't know. Even if it is kind of bunk or if it skips or whatever, for $3, I don't mind spending $3 on that. I'll take the chance on $3 for some Macho Man. Hell yeah. Hell to the yes. I will spend $3 on Macho Man. I'll also spend $3 on the Weather Girls, people. It's Big Girls Don't Cry though. This is their second record. So sadly, no It's Raining Men on this one. I really wanted to find It's Raining Men. I just kind of stumbled across this again in like the used section. I was like, ooh, you know what? I was just kind of like, if I could find It's Raining Men, that would be great. I mean, just for shits and giggles. I went ahead and looked for it. I found this. I found their follow-up, but not sadly, this is not the famous Weather Girls record. This is their follow-up. This is kind of their sophomore slump record, but it is the full record actually. It is that back cover. Oh, check out that back cover, dude. Oh my god, it's literally Oh, it's literally them crying. Just, oh, hey, big girls don't cry. Hey, we're happy. Not really. Oh, this me on the outside versus me on the inside. That's I like that. Again, $3. Again, this one was $4 actually. This $4. I don't know. I'll take a chance on $4 for $4. Why not? I don't mind throwing $4 at something like this. I bet it's a good time. I bet it's fun. I bet it's fun. I bet it's campy. I have heard their version of Big Girls Don't Cry. It sure is a Weather Girls album. It sure is a Weather Girls song. All right, but yeah, that. Oh, sorry. Just gonna stand up here, get things a little situated. But yeah, that is my collection as it stands for right now. Sorry, I'm just adjusting some stuff here. Let me work some stuff around here. I want to move over here to the couch for this next part. Oh, you're going to be tricky dicky, aren't you? Oh, bear with me, people. Oh, wait, that's because I fucked with my tripod. Alrighty, give me a mo. Give me a mo, people. Yeah. Professionalism in YouTubing. That's how we roll over here. Oh, okay. But yeah, that is. Let me see if I can tilt this down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that is my vinyl collection. Like I say, it's still not very big. I don't have a lot of like super rare, super precious gems or anything, but I started collecting again. Like I said, I wanted to test my new camera here for streaming purposes and whatnot, just see how it held up during a stream, just see how it ran its paces, and I just wanted to see how it's kind of flowed. Want to see how it worked, and I figured this would be a nice little way to just give it a test and kill some time and have some fun. People have asked me to kind of go through my collection and show them what I got, and that's what I got right now. Like I say, I've only been collecting for a few months, so I don't have a ton of great stuff, but yeah, no, that was fun. That was cool. Let's just say thank you very much for tuning in, people. You know what? Since this went over pretty well, since y'all pretty much behaved yourself, since this was a pretty decent time of things, since I didn't have too many trouble, since the comment section y'all seem to be behaving yourselves pretty much, I have a little bit of a surprise for y'all. I want to do something for you here. For those of you that were kind enough to tune in and sit with us here and have a good time, we'll do one more thing before I close out the stream here. Again, nothing huge or anything, but I figured I'd do this as a surprise. I figured I would do this if it went well. If it went well, if everything went smooth, and if y'all behaved yourselves, I figured I'd do something here for you. So let's do something. Here are my thoughts on the new Weezer album. We're going to talk about OK Human for a little bit, just for a teensy little bit, but I figured, okay, of course I've gotten comments about it. Of course I've had people up in my mentions. Y'all know I don't do new release reviews anymore. I don't do them, and this isn't the return of new release reviews or anything, but this went well. This went good. So here's my little extra treat. Let's talk about OK Human real quick. Just real quick. The new Weezer album, OK Human. My thoughts, my opinions on it. General impression, it's okay. It's okay. Honestly, I feel like it's pretty all right. It is a pretty decent little record. I did enjoy it overall. I wasn't expecting it. Again, this was a record. The album Weezer has been hyping up has been Van Weezer for the past year and a half now. Van Weezer has just been the big talk of the town. Everyone has been talking Van Weezer, but then COVID happened. The Hella Mega Tour got bumped out of existence. Sadly, I know a lot of y'all
were really looking forward to that. That was going to be a big damn deal before COVID. And the band, I mean, they don't want to release the album if they can't tour for it. So that's been bumped down and bumped down. So Weezer decided to actually, while they were just waiting in quarantine, they apparently recorded this one just out of, just to do something in quarantine, to kind of do something to kind of bide their time until they could release Van Weezer. And I don't know. Again, I have to admit I'm getting kind of tired of them surprising us with records. Like, I didn't like it when, a week before Black came out, they said, "Oh, here's the Teal record. Here, just, here's a surprise record." Again, from like a critic standpoint, the surprise records, this one wasn't like a big surprise. They gave us a little bit of heads up, but the surprise records are always fun to deal with as a critic, because it's like, oh, my schedule isn't crowded enough. Now I get to add this to it. Thanks, Eminem, or thanks, anyone who releases, surprise albums like that. Eminem really is in a bad habit of doing that, but I wasn't thrilled about that. But then the single, All My Favorite Songs came out. That ended up being better than I thought it would be. It was a cool, it's a cool song. It's a cool little direction for them. The strings were a nice touch. It's a very organic sound. It's very lush and kind of vibrant kind of sound, I kind of dug it. I really did enjoy that song. And I figured, okay, this might not be so bad. This might be okay. Weezer is just one of those bands I don't get super excited for anymore. I don't know. I'll get into that a little bit more as we move on. But I have more things to say later, towards the end of that. But yeah, I liked the initial first single. I liked it way more than anything off of Black or Teal, for sure. It was interesting. It was interesting. Excuse me. It was an interesting little number, and it gave me a little, gave me a little reason to think, oh, maybe this won't be half bad or anything. And in fact, yeah, that's my general impression. It's not half bad. It's it's got that whole lush sort of sound kind of is all over the record. It is very vibrant and it is very colorful. It's a very sad record. Again, it's a quarantine record, and it sounds like it was made in quarantine. Again, it's very sad, very dour. A lot of the lyrical themes are pretty depressed and, about being isolated and about just having to rely on technology and the weird, suffocating sort of grasp of everything that's going on right now. I get it. I totally get it. And I feel like they did a good job in capturing that mood, for sure. A lot of the instrumentation is very nice. I will say this, but I did enjoy that. But this album, again, I think it's okay. I think it's all right. I don't love OK Human. And here are probably the two biggest reasons why. Number one, that lush orchestral vibe. That's really all this record kind of has going for it, does it? That's like pretty much the only thing about this record. It's like this record, it sounds like they had one big idea. They had one really big sort of idea they wanted to run with. And they ran all the way across with it. Like this record, I don't know, in moments, this record kind of felt like I was listening to the same song over and over again, because the lush orchestration is on every single song. Every single song sounds like all my favorite songs. Every single track is like that. Every song brings in the strings. Every song is very low key. Everything is very, every song just kind of sounds the same. Every song kind of plays off of that vibe, it's very lush, it's very string heavy, it's very sad. There's nothing that breaks up the pattern in that, there's no sort of moment where we switch over to a happier vibe or we try something different or add a little distortion. Nothing is really different. The album never really changes. It's just bam, bam, orchestral sad song, bam, orchestral sad song, bam, orchestral sad song. It's nothing but orchestral sad songs. It's like I'm listening to the same thing over and over again. I feel like this record would have probably worked better as like maybe a 4-song EP. Like as an example of, okay, here's a way Weezer can sound. Here's what Weezer with strings sounds like. If Weezer with strings, here's what this sounds like. If this had been like a 4, maybe even 5-song EP or something, I feel like I'd be a little bit more warm towards it. But here's the thing. The idea just kind of gets tired after a while. And this is a short record. This is only a 30-minute record, people. It feels longer, though, because, like, man, the strings and the sad vibe is, like, the only thing that happens on this record. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good idea. It's a good vibe. I like the actual, it's a good idea for one song, but it's the same kind of thing over and over again. For one song or for an EP, for like a short, very short breadth of time, I feel like this would have worked. I just don't think it works as well as like a whole album from start to finish of this. And I don't know, I just found myself getting a little tired of it by the end. I kind of got the idea of it. I was like, okay, I get what y'all are trying to do here. Emilio Vision brings up a good point. The Rentals album last year. Yeah, people, again, the Rentals and the stuff Matt Sharp is doing in general, man, if you want to see kind of what Weezer could have been had they kind of went down a less memey, less, I hate to say it, less sellout path, like Matt Sharp's stuff is worth digging up. He was the original bassist in Weezer. He was their bassist for Blue and Pinkerton. And he had such a big influence on their early sound. I was a big dum-dum when I made my original Weezer videos back in the day. I didn't even realize how important Matt Sharp was to the band when I made those OG videos. Yeah, I was dumb back then. Did you see how I used to dress back then? Yeah, I was a big dum-dum. Even though that was a costume, I was still a big dum-dum. But yeah, Matt Sharp, man, I would love to live in an alternate universe where he never left Weezer. Man, I bet that would have been interesting. But yeah, I agree. Like, man, Matt Sharp is out there, and Matt Sharp and the Rentals are doing way more interesting stuff than Weezer has done in years, frankly. And and again, like the monotonous, the vibe that Weezer puts on. I understand how some people I understand that that's really a selling point to some people with this new record, but I don't know. To me, once I got like 5 tracks in, I was like, are you going to do anything else? Are you going to please tell me you're going to do something else here? Because it's not a bad vibe, but I just get it and I want to hear something else. Do you have any other ideas for this? And apparently not. It is one. If you've heard one song, if you've heard all my favorite songs, you've basically heard the entire album. And I don't know what to say. That kind of takes away from it a bit. It's just a little monotonous, in my opinion. I would have loved some mix-up in the instrumentation. I would have loved to see them try something a little different, just mix it up a little, is all I'm saying. Because, yeah, it got monotonous, and for a record that's barely 30 minutes long, it shouldn't feel long, and it feels longer than 30 minutes. Any record that's only a half hour long but feels longer than that isn't walking away not with a perfect score in my book. So that kind of got under my skin a little. I'm sorry, I don't want the black thing. Well, my DSLR will actually auto black itself out after 30 minutes or so. So I'm just constantly making sure to tell it, hey, don't go to sleep. I'm still here. That was my first big problem with OK Human. That was the first thing I didn't really like about it. The second thing I didn't like about it, some of y'all are really not going to like this. I can already tell.
man, it's Rivers' lyrics, just Rivers and his lyrics, man. It's one of those things where instrumentally, the vibe, I get it. It's slow, it's sad, it's mournful, it's melancholy. It's, musically, it's so, I get what it's doing. Even if it is a little monotonous, it still goes there and it still reaches for those stars. And I appreciate that from at least that perspective. But Rivers' lyrics, man, he's still Rivers Cuomo. Like it or lump it or whatever, he is still Rivers Cuomo. These are Rivers Cuomo lyrics. And I don't know, it's the whole dorky, awkward, white boy kind of, I'm a super nerdy boy, He tries his best to kind of bring his adult game to these lyrics. He does his best. Like, it never gets too cringy or like, it never gets like Beverly Hillsy or like, it never gets, or Ratatouille. It never gets like too bad. It isn't like necessarily creepy Rivers or even really weird Rivers, but Rivers Cuomo, his lyrical stylings are just, I don't know, it's one of the reasons why Weezer as a band just cannot really grow or develop, or they always have such a hard time growing or developing into something else, because Rivers is just, his lyrics are just so, there's an immaturity behind them. There's just kind of a herpy-derpy, humbly bumbly, just, I don't know, music with all of these beautiful and vibrant string arrangements should have poignant messages kind of behind it. And I don't know, Rivers is still just, my songs are sad, and I haven't washed my hair in 3 weeks, and my daughter is upstairs, and my wife is upstairs, and my dog is upstairs, and oh no, I'm sad and blue. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That's Rivers' lyrical stylings. Again, it just, an album with this kind of instrumentation, with this kind of heavy instrumentation, needs like that kind of heavy lyrical substance to it. But Rivers he doesn't have that in him. He really just doesn't. And in some albums, that can work. That kind of dorky, nerdy kind of charm that works great in certain settings. For Blue, it worked absolutely wonderfully. For albums like Maladroit or even Pinkerton with its other issues, that's a whole other conversation. But it still worked. It still felt real and organic. There's a clash of tone between Rivers kind of dorky humdrum kind of style of lyrics, his way of bringing things out in those lyrics, and the music itself. The music is on like an opulent opera house kind of level, but Rivers is still kind of basement boy, kind of lo-fi, kind of not really thinking too hard about it, kind of vibe, and that's, I know, again, like I've said, that's one of the reasons why Weezer just can't grow or develop much as a band, because Rivers he doesn't have that kind of style of lyric in him. He doesn't have it. He cannot write lyrics that, he can't rise above a certain sort of, Rivers Cuomo has a very definitive ceiling as in the things he can do as a vocalist, as a lyricist, as a frontman, and he can never break through that. There are some things that Rivers Cuomo is just never, ever, ever going to be able to accomplish. And Weezer with all these string arrangements and all this really beautiful stuff, I get it, and I even understand why other people get it. Like, hey, if this record absolutely won your soul, hey, good for you. I'm happy. Hey, good for you. You know what? I get it, at least in some respects, but I just cannot get past. I don't know. That's Rivers always hits his head on the ceiling whenever he tries to really, really go above and beyond. anything. Whenever Rivers tries to get too serious with us, it just, I don't know, something about it just doesn't work, or at least it doesn't play very well with me. And I just was not feeling it. This was a record that really, I don't know, if for something that was going to go this high and this hard and this emotional and feely and just heart-wrenching, it really needed, gut-punching, really thoughtful lyrics behind it. And Rivers just doesn't have the lyrical strength to pull that off. There's some instances where his style works absolutely perfectly, but this setting just didn't work for his style. You know what I mean? I just wasn't feeling that necessarily. It wasn't ultra cringy. It wasn't ultra terrible. We've seen Rivers do way, way, way worse. I'm not trying to hate fuck the guy or anything. I just wasn't vibing. I just was not vibing with it. It was a distraction. This was a record that was trying to reach down, that was trying to be soulful and earnest and feeling, but it didn't reach through to me because of stuff like that. Again, they had one general idea. They hammered in that general idea of just, let's do Weezer but with strings. They just did that too much and didn't really modify the formula or do anything new or interesting with it. Again, it just felt like I was listening to the same song over and over again. And Rivers' lyrics are just Rivers' lyrics. He hasn't grown, hasn't developed, hasn't really evolved much as a songwriter or a singer. And yeah, that's the thing. Weezer is just, I think that's why, again, I have to say stuff that some of y'all might not like. Me being, those of you who know me from the Weezer stuff that I've done, I honestly would not call myself a Weezer fan anymore. Just real talk. I would not call myself a Weezer fan anymore. I have my nostalgic feelings. I still love Blue for what it is. That's like an important childhood album to me. I still love Blue. I still absolutely love that. But I love that. I can respect Pinkerton, even though in hindsight it's got some moments to it that are just oh boy, there are parts to Pinkerton that haven't aged well, though I would still say, hey, it's still a damn good record that comes from a really good place. I don't know, that for Weezer, I feel like they've never, for the emotional record, for the record that feels real and honest and earnest, I don't know, they've just never done better than Pinkerton in that regard. They just have never been able to really recapture that in any particular way. I feel like they came maybe closer to that than they have in a long time with this record, and that's certainly respectable, but I don't know, it's just, again, Weezer, they're one of those bands, I wouldn't call myself a Weezer fan anymore. I don't hate Weezer, I still don't hate Weezer or anything, but I wouldn't call myself a fan because I feel like I've outgrown them. Just real talk, I feel like I've outgrown Weezer at this point, because, again, of the things that this band, they are kind of in a state of arrested development. They just cannot grow. They cannot progress past a certain point. Again, because Rivers just doesn't seem to develop much as a songwriter. The band, they've tried going off in different directions, but they've never, I don't know, they've tried going off into different directions, but it very rarely feels like it's something they do because they want to expand. When Radiohead goes in a different direction, it's because they want to expand what they can do, and they want to expand what music can even mean, and they want to expand what genre even means. When they expand, they're expanding, to blaze brave new trails. Weezer, when they go in a different direction, it almost feels, cynical. It almost feels like, oh, hey, let's just try to sell out and be a pop band. Okay, that brought us Ratitude and Make Believe. Oh, okay, that direction didn't work. Let's go back to our roots. So Ubate happened. Oh, okay, we got some of our cred back. Let's just try doing like a Beach Boys kind of kind of let's be a sunny, happy band. Then White happened. I don't know. It's like I don't feel that same sense of ambition when Weezer tries and plays around with stuff. It's more, and again, like when Weezer goes off and even this new record, I don't know, it's like, okay, let's just be Van Halen for a record and see how it works. I mean, okay, I'm sure it'll be fine, but it won't be groundbreaking. I know that's the thing. Weezer stopped impressing me a long, long time ago. The last Weezer record that really just knocked my socks off was U-Bait. And to be honest, the moves that Weezer have made in recent years have really just taken a lot of shine off that record, because it showed us that the stuff they were talking about in U-Bait was insincere. Sorry, maybe I should play the guitar and Pat should play the drums, back to the shack. And, no, they didn't stick to that. They didn't, all of the promises they made on U-Bait, they didn't hold up to any of them. I don't know, Black happened, Pacific Daydream happened, just I don't know, fucking Teal happened. And like, I don't know. I just feel like Weezer is in a place where, they are only going to, I feel like Weezer have just peaked, y'all. Weezer peaked probably with, I don't know, if you wanted to be really unkind, you could say they peaked with Blue or Pinkerton. But, I would say Weezer, the last great Weezer record we got was U-Bait. And even that's got some tarnish on it as time has kind of progressed here. And, I don't know, this record, it's so hard to feel excited about anything this band does anymore. It's why I kind of go out of my way not to talk about Weezer when I absolutely don't have to, because like people, I don't feel that way about Weezer anymore. I'm definitely not like a super fan. I don't know if I could even call myself a fan anymore. They're out there. They're still doing what they do. It's not like, top 10 anime betrayals or anything, but it's like, okay, Weezer is just going to be out there. They're going to be doing their thing. They're just going to exist. And it's just, I don't know. I just don't have much feelings at all for Weezer anymore. And OK Human, they did go in another interesting direction. While they did try something new, again, I'll give them props for trying something new for sure. But like, I don't know, it still has the Weezer problems that have always been problems with this band. Hell, even Blue and Pinkerton, like the lyrics are super dopey and derpy. Anyone could say that about pretty much every Weezer album, And it's like, man, those things that Rivers as a songwriter just can't progress past. He's just never going to break that wall. It's just never going to happen, people. I'm sorry, but it's not. And I don't know, man. It's like you can either just be okay with it, just kind of say, hey, all right, this is just what Weezer is. This is just where the ceiling is, and that's where it is. Or, I don't know, you can just kind of move on from it. And I don't know. Like Weezer, they're not a band I'm like angry about. I'm not angry about it or anything. I'm just, it's just, and it's still okay. Again, I get it. If you like this record, I get it. I understand it's not like a bad record by any means. Weezer have done way worse, but it's not impressive. It's not an album to get super excited about, in my opinion. It's just kind of there. It exists and it's okay. It's an interesting kind of okay, but again, they hammer that. They just, again, the strings and sad arrangements, it's all just super repetitive. It never changes. It never does anything else than that. And it's still got every single Weezer problem that people who don't like Weezer, that people who have trouble getting into Weezer, like every single reason I've heard from other people who can't get into Weezer. I've talked to a lot of those people as I've been doing this too. And it's interesting hearing their insights, people who just don't like Weezer and don't get the hype. It's interesting hearing things from their perspective because, yeah, all of those problems that they have, Rivers' lyrics, their kind of uncreativeness, their sort of trend hoppy-ish kind of ways. I don't know, the way Weezer just feels like it's trying to be dorky. The way Weezer can feel cynically dorky at times, like, I don't know. I understand that the more we kind of move along in their career, it kind of shows through clearer and clearer. And I get it. And this album, it's not bad, but it didn't really do anything. If you don't like Weezer, if Weezer is not your thing, then Benjamin, if you keep spamming the chat like that, I'm going to block you. Stop it. Yeah, no, if you don't like Weezer, this is not, again, this has everything that you probably don't like about Weezer. It's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. And it's just, it's just not, again, this is definitely not a record that's going to win anybody over. I would say it's better than Black. It's better than Black. It's better than Teal. I feel like it is definitely an improvement over those. And thankfully, yeah, we didn't need a record that was worse than Teal or Black or Pacific Daydream. Most certainly, it's better than all of that. So again, credit where it's due. I mean, I know this hasn't exactly been the nicest breakdown, but credit where it's due. It's okay. It's all right. It is. I'm willing to say, yeah, it's an all right record. It is a-okay. If you're still on the Weezer train, hey man, this is probably a cool experience for you, and I'm happy for you. I am. But I'm just, I don't know. This didn't do much for me. It certainly didn't reignite any spark I might have potentially had for Weezer. And I don't know. Weezer is just one of those bands I kind of want to move on from, personally. I don't know. I don't hate Weezer. I don't have any ill will towards Weezer or anything like that. But, I don't know, y'all. I wasn't really feeling this record as much as others. But it's okay. And they did have some good ideas. They did have some original ideas for once. So I'm willing to give credit where it's due. I would probably score this record, if you want to score out of me, I would probably say a super strong 3 or a super light 3.5 out of 5. Out of 5, people. Remember, my scoring system is out of 5. So either a strong 3 out of 5 or a light 3.5 out of 5, like between a 6 or a 7 for me. I feel okay. Like pretty much a 6.5 is what I would give this record. It's okay. It's all right. It's got some nice concepts on it. I don't hate the ideas behind this record. I feel like I don't regret my time listening to it. Not at all. But it's not an exciting record. It's not a fantastic record. It's not anything I would go out of my way. And it's not really a record I would go out of my way to really check out again. I listened to this record like 2 or 3 times before I did this, and I don't have any desire to listen to it again after this. I don't know. I'll probably give it another spin before year ends come around this year. But outside of that, I'm probably not gonna really dig it up. I don't know. It's just not a very exciting record. It's got some interesting stuff on it, but yeah, aggressively okay. Yeah, for 4 out of 7, that feels right. 6.5 out of 10 for me. Like a 3 out of 5 or a 3.5 out of 5. I don't know. Those of you that like it, I'm happy for you. Have fun with it. About to say, definitely enjoy it. But I just wasn't necessarily feeling it. Thank you for the super pledge, due to reviews. Any new heavy records you recommend? Honestly, it's been kind of slow for the year so far. I know January just hasn't had a lot happen in it necessarily. One thing I will recommend, I did like the new Tribulation record. I've only got one spin with it, so I'm not like ready to go whole hog on it. But I've given the new Tribulation record one spin so far. Had a lot of fun with it. Tribulation are a really good kind of blackened metal band. I don't know. the best way to put it is they kind of sound like if AFI were full black metal. I don't know. They're like a weird. They're blackened, but they got this kind of mellowish, almost punk rockish kind of vibe to them. I don't know. It's if you can imagine full blackened AFI. Tribulation is kind of like that. I liked the new Tribulation record. I only have one spin with it, but that's been one I've caught so far from 2019 or 2019. Really, Crash? Ugh. Oh, I'm tired. I've been talking for 2.5 hours. I need to wrap things up here. But yeah. So yeah. So that's it. Yeah. I would give again. Okay, Human. I figured since things went pretty well, I figured I would just kind of surprise you guys with that. I've had people kind of ask again, because of my history with Weezer, it's like, hey, Crash, thoughts on OK Human? Thoughts on OK Human? And like, I don't do new release reviews anymore. That stuff, we do that on the Fimi now. But I don't know. I figured if this went well, I would sit aside some extra time and we could just kind of break down my thoughts with it. So there you go. Thank you all for sitting in. Thank you all for, tuning in, behaving yourselves, really act, that was nice. Say again, thank you for showing up for this, for helping me test stuff out and kind of run this thing through its processes here. And, this was fun. This was fun. We might have to, we might look into doing other vinyl updates and stuff as my collection grows and stuff. Maybe that's something we could incorporate into things. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Mika Keki. Again, let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. I'm sorry. Is it okay to give a shout out to a Finnish thrash prog band, Stamina? They released their new album, Normus Ordo, Mundi 12.3. Huge recommendation. Sure, not to say. There you go. Finnish thrash prog. I can't say I've heard of it, but hey, sure. Cool. Thank you for the super pledge. Thank you for the super pledge. It's very nice. But yeah, thanks for coming out, people. That's pretty much all I've got for now. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for popping up. Like I said here earlier in the stream, the next big video we're going to cover is, and I love this song, On Poker Face. We're finally going to get to talk about Lady Gaga. Oh, I've been wanting to do that for a long time now, but oof. I mean, obviously I couldn't, that would have been a hard sell as the rock critic, but now that we're multi-genre, oh yeah, you better believe we're going to talk about some Gaga. I love Lady Gaga, so I can't wait to get more in depth about it. This will be a fun one. This will definitely be a super fun episode, but stay tuned for that. That'll likely be coming up sometime in February. I will keep you guys posted on everything, but yeah, people. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing up. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers, everyone. Take care.